whenever you're ready.
All right, welcome back to the Suited Racing Podcast. We got your host here, Chris, and our other host,
Your favorite Asian, Casey.
Best Asian Casey.
Yes.
All right,
The beast from the east.
So today, what's our topic going to be about?
So today is going to be the do's and don'ts of the car world. So what you should do and what you should not do within the car community, within car modifications, and then after that, we're going to be talking about big mistakes that, we didn't cover in the do's and don'ts, but still big mistakes that you should avoid, and then some W things that you should aspire to be.
I think I know what you're leading on to.
Yep. We should do car community. Now, I think generally car community is split into two sides. There's the legal side and then the illegal side.
There's the side where it's like the car shows and like the meets.
Yeah,
where it's just like all the fancy build, all like the rich guys.
Yeah.
And then there's the
to
takeovers and the swingers.
Yeah. I go to the hood meets because I'm too broke to hang out with those rich people.
Yeah, unless you're
boring as
buying,
hell.
yeah.
But which one do you want to talk about first? Should we talk about the legal side and then compare it to the illegal, so just keep on going back and forth? Or should we go just all legal, then all illegal?
Let's do legal first, yeah.
Oh, legal. Okay.
Save the best for last,
Oh, of course. The legal stuff is always better. So first, legal. Hence our name, Suited Racing. We're going to talk about the racing section first.
Okay.
So, obviously, when it comes to racing, there are different forms and disciplines you can choose to enter into. So, the most basic one being, drag racing, and then you can go all the way up to maybe some real racing, maybe like club racing, or even go-karting, if you want to count that as well. So, obviously, the legal way would to have your car, right, and then get it set up for a specific event, and then from there on, you go to a legal event where you can actually push your car, whether that be a simple autocross event in a parking lot somewhere, or, a drag strip or an actual track. But those are the most, that is the legal way to do it, to follow all the rules.
Yeah, man, I was thinking it'd be like really cool for you and I, because I saw that one Chris Fix video on like the 24 Hours of Lemons, if we could do something like that.
Oh yeah, you saw that.
Yeah.
So I think for this one,
that's a good idea, or like a good example of like a cheap way, or like a cheap-ish way you can get started in legal racing.
Yeah, I think a lot of the reasons why people go into to the illegal side, I think it's because people have this expectation that all racing is expensive, and racing in general is already expensive.
Yeah, it is.
If you're going to a legal event, right, you have to pay, your track fees. On top of that, there might be extra costs in the fact that, you're on a racetrack, so they might require you to have, some certain safety requirements for you to meet, as well as like.
Right, they might require certain specifications out of your car for safetiness for the driver and for others.
Like, for example, you run a 9-second quarter mile and you don't have a cage, well, then you're kicked out,
Right.
Whereas if you're on the street, you can have a 7-second car and not even have airbags. So,
yeah, true.
So that's one of the reasons. I think the biggest do when it comes to legal events is 100% just try it out, right? Because, having fun on the street is all good, but I feel like if you try like an actual, real, legitimate legal event, I feel like you can have a lot more fun. That's why karting is very fun for a lot of people, because that's an actual place where you can push it and give it all you've got. So
I feel like it's just such a different experience versus like when you're with your friends, all just like flooring on the highway versus
and
doing an actual race where it's like competitive.
Yeah, because on the street
it's like more serious. Because
Yeah,
you're still
yeah,
just messing around and having fun, you know. But like at the
yeah,
lower levels, at least.
yeah. But in the illegal side, if you're racing, you always have to worry about traffic, police,
Right.
and there's not a lot of forgiveness on the street, right? You crash, you're wrapping around a tree or a pole
Yeah.
or something. Where on a track, if you mess up, um, most likely you're the only one who suffers for your mistakes. And then since it's a track, right, they expect people to make mistakes, so there's already runoff. There's already some barriers in place, like tire barriers, which um, hopefully you don't die on. But
Yeah.
it is there.
Unless, because if you are going all out, you could certainly spend thousands on thousands for
Yeah,
legal racing.
yeah, of course,
I
of
mean, just look
course.
at F1.
Yeah, for sure. There's a famous saying where, like, if you want to make millions in racing, you have to start with like a billion or something. So, yeah, so that is a do. I would recommend you try it out because on the street, if you're going all out, right, eventually you're going to get in trouble, right?
Yeah.
Either you put someone else in danger, even if you don't think so. You could definitely be putting someone else in danger, as well as there's police and there's real consequences for those type of actions. So I would try a legal event and see how that works for you. If it's not for you, of course,
Yeah, 'cause after a while, you're going to get a speeding ticket after.
oh yeah, of course. No one's invincible.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you want to see what your car can really, really do, I feel like the only way you can actually do that is on a track, because obviously on the street you don't have the flexibility to turn your local freeway into your own personal.
If only. Imagine how cool that would be.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I would after
Turn
I get rich enough,
I-45 into a drag strip.
yeah, I'm closing I-45 down for the family.
I mean, one of us just has to become the president, and then we can do that.
Yeah, of course, and we can do highways all over the country when I become president. I'm just saying.
Oh, bro, imagine if one of us becomes president. We are setting the record for the cannonball.
I'm literally gonna get a. If I were to become president, I would trade out the Escalade that they have for a Toyota Chaser on the spot.
You gotta get so much shade. You're not gonna get a second turn.
What? Toyota Chaser is crazy. On the
But
chrome wheels with the wide
American.
body.
Well, I mean, I'm not saying it's not a great car. I'm just saying it's un-American, and you would get a lot of hate for that if you're the president of the United States.
Well, Americans have no swag, so
Like, you're not gonna see like the German prime minister rolling in a Chevy.
fine. If I was to choose something American, I would choose honestly put me in a 6.4 Impala and then bulletproof it. I know
What was the
I don't know
one
what rider.
like Escalade that was coming out where it has like the 6.2 supercharger, or what was it?
Oh yeah. So they have the CT5V Blackwing, and then they have the V Series Escalade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
So-
closest thing you could get.
Yeah, maybe the V Series Escalade I'll make my personal car. That would be pimp. Or the Lincoln Navigator.
True. You could roll with that.
Yeah. But they got to be on spinners though, or else they can give someone else a presidency.
The presidential.
They're not gonna let me have.
The presidential vehicle is on spinners.
That would be so dope.
I could just imagine they're like, "Here's the 50th president of America," on spinners and on bags.
That would be
You're airing
dope.
out when you get to the White House.
My approval ratings would go through the roof. Imagine if you saw a president like that, you would vote for him. I would. Damn, he on spinners, he dope. Yeah, he got
Everyone
my
would be
vote.
like,
Just based off spinners alone, he can say
"It's
some
like, man, what's this guy
wild
spending our
shit.
taxes on? Spinners, duh."
Spinners. All the police gonna be rolling around in spinners.
Make
man.
it like a donk.
Oh god.
Just have like the most
Oh, yeah.
absurd car. Spinners, a donk. Make it a slab too. Why not?
Yeah.
A
But anyways, back
slab on
topic.
spinners.
I'm gonna make the Toyota Century into a slab, bro.
That would be cold. What were you saying though? Where you like want to have the trunk open and it say like, "Where's your girl at?" or whatever?
Yeah, or what you doing tonight? That'd be dope.
No, because I was trying to show one of my friends a picture of slabs, and like the other
I'm
one
not gonna
came
have
up.
the slab wheels though.
The one from like Houston came up where it had the trunk open.
Oh
And it
yeah.
was like, where your girl at?
Yeah, no, that one's famous. It says,
Yeah.
there's another one that's like, this why your hoe missing. And that is famous around here. That car is a legend.
It's a legendary Houston car.
If you go to a lot of Houston car meets, you know that car. It's I don't know what car it is, but it's candy red paint. You pop the trunk and it says, this why your hoe missing. And it's a crazy
That's
setup
so funny.
on the trunk.
Imagine
So you
having
open
that
the
as the
trunk.
presidential vehicle.
Yeah. So when I get a Toyota Century, it's gonna be kind of slab, but not full. I'm not gonna have like elbow rims. I'm gonna put on some nice works on there, but it's gonna be like Japanese slab, I guess.
For the presidential car. That's so funny, though.
Yeah. But anyways, back on the topic. So what's a don't for the track?
Don't for legal racing?
Yeah. What's a big don't?
I mean, I think the most obvious thing is just like straight up cheating or like going for a pit maneuver.
Yeah.
Just like racing dirty.
Yeah.
Because you're really not gonna help yourself. You're not gonna become a better driver.
Yeah, but in the entry level, if you're not racing people, let's say you're doing a time attack or you're just doing a track day, definitely be courteous to other people.
Right.
If someone's faster than you, don't let your ego kick in. Just let them go, because worst thing that's going to happen is, you two guys are battling out on a track day, which isn't supposed to happen, first of all, and then, bad accident. Or you guys throw hands after. If you do, record it and send it to our YouTube channel. We'd love to post it. But yeah, so be courteous to other people. And I think the second one is be prepared. I think that's a good one.
Yeah, because I mean, on one of those track days, literally anything could happen.
Yeah, because you are pushing your car to the limit, and however, I don't care how reliable your car is. The fact is that racing a car is going to put strain on your motor no matter what. So I don't care if you're like, oh man, it's a 2J, it's bulletproof. I don't care. It's something's bound to happen. Bring extra stuff, on a track day.
Have a second parts car just on hand.
Yeah, or if you're broke, you can just put it in your trunk and hope you have everything. But on a track day, if you're not just doing the drag strip, definitely some tires would be nice, because depending on what tire you're on, you might be shredding through those very fast. Bring oil, and then also bring brake pads. So you never know. So be prepared. You don't want something to happen on track, and then you have to find someone to tow you home.
Yeah, a good place to start is just like general maintenance stuff that you would be doing anyways every 1,000 miles.
Yeah, not driving on bald ass tires. Not driving on bald ass tires. Be on some good brakes and make sure everything's top notch. So make sure your oil, all your coolant, everything is, ready to go. Because you're pushing your car to the limit. So if your car's not in the best of shape,
yeah, you definitely want to check and make sure everything's up to spec beforehand. Get halfway through the first lap and realize you're like, your oil pressure tanks.
Yeah, and so that's why it's kind of expensive, because if you're going for a full track day, that's just a full day of just pushing your car to the limit. And I think that's why a lot of people underestimate how much the cost is. So always be prepared, because if you're doing a full track day, you never know, that set of tires is gone. Those brake pads and rotors that you just put on are gone, and you already have to do an oil change. So,
especially if your track cars are daily.
Of course, yeah. So, if you're gonna daily this thing, that is very important, because you don't want to just be at a track day, push your car all day. An example, you just put in oil like the day before.
Next day, you gotta drive to the office.
Yeah, I only drove 20 miles that day. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. Yeah, but that's 20 straight miles of just pushing the car. So yeah, don't be like, oh, I just changed it yesterday, it says this changed it at 7,000 miles. Don't do that. Yeah,
I mean, I feel like 20 miles is really short for Unless you're drag racing, 20 miles is like pretty short.
Yeah. You know, you have to just say like 50 miles. If you had 50 miles of track use that day, you know, make sure your car is in tip-top shape. So that's the legal side of racing. I feel like you guys should do that. Next is meetups. This is definitely going to split
You want an illegal
the
now?
car community in two. No, we're going to stay on legal.
Okay.
Or should we go switch from like illegal to legal? Because I feel like if we talk about track days and then car meets and then blah blah blah, and people are gonna lose track once we get to
We
the
can do
illegal
illegal racing now.
side. Okay.
So we can stay
So
on the
obviously-
racing scene. And then
Yeah.
after we can go to meets.
Yeah. So as all you guys know, street racing is very common, especially here in H-Town and California and Atlanta, or anywhere really
And
where
Mexico.
cars are present. Oh yeah, Mexico is being hit hard.
It's huge in Mexico.
It's devastating. Almost as bad as the cartels. So, yeah, obviously illegal street racing, there's two different really things. So the biggest one is obviously sliding, right? So people are like drifting, you know, just around the parking lot, or, you know, they find this, you know, this residential neighborhood that's still under construction. Those I've been seeing those as well.
Right.
So, you know, drifting, do that shit. That shit's dope as fuck. If you do that shit in a public street, you're dope. So do that.
As long as you're good at it.
Yeah, as long as you're good at it. You
Just
know?
the catch-22 is like, how do you get good at it without doing
Yeah,
it?
yeah, that's the thing.
If you're not going
that's
to
the
a
thing.
professional track, you know?
Yeah,
Where's the
And-
ideal place to practice and get good?
yeah. But I'm just kidding, guys. So you guys, I get it. But don't be doing that shit while other people are around, bruh. That's like the easiest way to get caught. To do it in a nice place. Don't be doing it.
Oh, yeah. When
An
everyone's
intersection.
recording you and got your plates.
Yeah. Don't be doing it in an intersection. We'll get to that later. But yeah, so if you guys want to do that, if you guys have some curvy roads and be on the tailgate, I get it. Canyon carving.
What's that one
Can be
website?
down.
Like curvature.com?
What?
There's some website where it like has all the curviest roads in America.
I bet none of them are here in Texas.
I'm pretty sure it's like it's like curves.com. We
So
should-
yeah,
Nope, actually that's a women's health website.
God, I thought you were gonna say women's porn. I'm like, yeah, this guy pulling up porn on podcast.
Oh my gosh. Imagine. Yeah, roadcurvature.com.
Oh, W.
Yeah.
And they just have it ranked, or you can like find one in each state.
No, it's like just a big like pull it up on your whatever you're on. But it's just a map of like the entire globe
Mm-hmm.
of
Oh, wow.
all
Okay.
of all the twistiest roads.
W.
Yeah, but like there's
You need to
nothing
check
where we live, so
Yeah, I expect it to be
yeah,
that way.
like there's literally nothing where where we live.
That's tough.
Yeah, like there's a couple like the further north you would go, but some of them
Yeah.
are just like yeah.
mid.
Let's just say
Mid-road.
Houston is not known for its curves.
Yeah, L. Built like a fucking flat bitch.
This is why
Right.
I'm trying to move to a mountainous region.
Yeah, for real.
Because it's funny, on this website, like Japan is just like a hot spot. It's just glowing pink.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
It's Japan, the best country of all time.
I feel like that's hypocritical for you to say that on multiple levels.
It's gotta be, bro. Uh,
'Cause,
Everything we have, like even just car wise.
I
Just
mean, I
think about
won't
it car
say
wise.
like what country you're actually from, and like obviously we're in America, but I feel like saying Japan is the best in the whole world is.
No, it's a dope country. Um,
What language did you learn in high school then, or in middle school?
I learned Spanish.
Hmm. How much of that do you still
Yeah.
know?
How much do I still use? None of it.
Spanish, it's
And
like
I should,
that's where Ford makes all their. I mean, I know like half of Chevy
yeah,
parts are probably
yeah,
from
yeah,
Mexico
yeah.
and Canada.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do what you got to do
I still find it crazy how
to
like
make
the
ends meet.
most American truck is the Toyota Tundra. You know.
Yeah, Japan's staying on top. How you gonna let a country from across the globe beat you in most American cars?
I
That is
know.
crazy.
It's. Did they
That's
just not
kind of
have Tundras
embarrassing.
in Japan then, or what?
I bet they do, but there's not very many. Because there's a video of some dude driving a Raptor out there.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Because I mean, I feel like, because I mean, Japan's known for like their K trucks. They're not really. I wouldn't expect a Tundra to be very popular or common.
Mm.
Outside of like the U.S.
But
and Canada, I would not expect anyone to have a Tundra.
yeah, that's true.
I feel like that's not a
Yeah, I
hot
wouldn't.
take.
No, that's not a hot take. I would be surprised if I was in the middle of France and saw a Tundra.
I mean, yeah. What every time I've been to Europe, I've seen like I could probably count on one hand the amount of trucks I've seen.
Yeah, I saw.
Like not
I
including
saw
K
like
trucks.
yeah, I saw two Raptors. Um,
Where
I saw two Raptors in fuck.
in Japan, you said?
No, Singapore. Yeah,
Well,
Singapore.
you haven't been there.
Huh?
You haven't been to Singapore.
Yeah, I have.
You saw them while you were there?
Yeah,
Really? I didn't know that.
yeah. I think that was a country, some Asian country. It was a long ass time ago.
You don't even
Um,
remember?
I didn't know
Some
it was.
Asian country.
Yeah, yeah. But I think it was most likely Singapore. Some Asian country. That's pretty racist. I'm not gonna lie. Sorry about that.
Well, I mean, coming from you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm not racist. I'm just saying I can do it against Asians.
Well, I'm not
That's all.
racist, but
But
all right,
yeah, I'm not
we're
racist.
getting off topic. We're getting off topic.
Yeah, off topic.
This is
So yeah, the
gosh, what is this
so
turned into? This was
illegal.
do's and don'ts, and now we're
Yeah, talking about fucking being racist. But for the whatchamacallit. Yeah, so drifting and now canyon carving. Um,
or even just like
So-
a long rally, like cross country rally, you know?
yeah. So if you want to do canyon carving, like if you're in the mountains of California and just driving the curvy roads, I get it. It's a really fun place, a place that kind of mimics the track in a sense. So if you want to do it, of course, I think it's a great way to know your car. While if you can just find a good road, it's a great place. So definitely for that one, it's a great thing to do in order to know your car, have some cheap fun if you want to go out with your friends and stuff. But do be careful because if most likely you're on a mountain road, if you fall off a mountain, I'm pretty sure your car gets damaged. Don't quote me,
No.
but maybe. But it's just very scary. And do not cross the center line, please.
Yeah.
Don't cross the center line. It's there for a reason.
It's
So
kind
stay
of
in your
crazy. I'm
lane.
just on this curvature website, and like, you know, like the biggest hotspot in the entire world is, where it's just like bright. Like this is
Japan's gotta be
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. No, that's just made out of dirt, bro.
All the roads are dirt.
They're capping on that website.
Like every like, they must just not have any straight roads, or it's just all mountains? Because like they don't have a single straight road.
Yeah.
Like their roads
That
are
just
like you.
That shit. Oh damn. That's sus.
Nah, play.
But I feel like that shit's not paved.
You think? Well, we'll take the Evo.
Man, I'm not putting my Evo through that.
Now Japan, like near Osaka, it's just crazy.
I want to go to Japan so bad. I'd love to live in Japan for the rest of my life and just die there.
I don't know if I would want to live there, considering
I'm gonna live there.
I don't know
I wanna live
Japanese. It might be slightly difficult.
I'm gonna learn, and they're learning English there, so it's all good.
What? You're gonna become an English teacher in Japan?
No,
Actually,
I would not
Italy
wanna.
too is really good.
Who? What?
Italy?
Yeah, not surprising. I bet there's some definite hotspots out in Europe.
Italy, France, and Spain. And just like all
Yeah.
Greece too actually. Greece is literally all mountains.
I would expect that. Yeah.
I'm not exactly sure how many car enthusiasts are in Nepal, but I mean,
I don't know.
it's just kind of interesting how geography played like such a big role in Japan's culture and like the car culture.
Yeah. Because yeah, no, that was a big deal. The fact that they have such a diverse like the landscape within such a small country
It's just so
really
mountainous,
helped them.
you know.
Yeah, really helped them a lot. I think car wise.
So it's like they're in the Ring of Fire still, so it's all mountains.
Yeah. So definite clutch. Feel like W geography is what I meant to say. But people really have an advantage there just due to their geography. They can practice drifting, be on the toge. It's amazing for them, really.
Right. And then us, we'd have to drive like 3 hours to get to the closest left-hand turn.
Yeah. It's fucking stupid as hell.
I'm sorry, we need to move to like North Carolina or somewhere.
Fuck that, bro. They're gonna lynch me out there.
Well, I was gonna say West Virginia, but
Hell no.
I know you'd probably be a slightly more opposed.
Yeah, fuck that. No, I'm not going out
I mean,
there.
we can't afford Cali.
Yeah, I can't.
But you know what's in North Carolina?
What is?
The Dragon's Tail.
Ooh, but I don't want to just live in a state because of a road, bro.
Why not?
That's like being in Russia just because they have like bad bitches.
That's what you're into?
You know what I mean?
You like Slavic
No,
girls?
but Russians have bad bitches on tap.
You like Slavic girls?
I don't know. I haven't met one. They just look nice. I
Oh my
haven't.
gosh, you haven't even met one. How would you know them?
Bro, you see them on the internet.
On
On
the internet.
on the internet, on websites. that I can't name.
Whoa.
Whoa,
What are
whoa.
you talking about?
Alright, we gotta get back on topic. Alright.
Oh my
The
gosh,
biggest
bro.
form of illegal racing, especially here.
How much have you been drinking
in-
tonight?
Nothing.
that peppermint bark earlier hit you up.
No, that's all good.
I hear you drinking
But,
something. You chugging vodka?
Water.
All right. Give me your keys.
Great. But yeah, the biggest one here, especially in Texas, is drag racing for
Right.
sure.
I mean, it's just so
But-
easy.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's why a lot of people, don't do it the legal way, especially drag racing, because it just really is that easy. All you need to do is find a road that's somewhat straight.
This isn't me
And then
saying
you can
drag racing
basically
is
look.
easy. It's just easy to find, like you're saying, find a quick and easy road, or just go on the highway
Yeah.
and do a
Yeah,
40
so
roll or a
that's
60 roll.
yeah, that's why it's so easy for
The
people to go
accessibility
street
is
racing.
easy. The barrier to entry is very low
Yeah.
for drag racing. It's on the
Yeah.
floor.
which is why a lot of people don't do it legally, because why have to pay track fees, abide by all these rules, when me and my friend can just hop on a highway and
Yeah,
then just
literally,
knock out
the
a
road
quick
to the track
40
is straighter and longer.
Yeah, so that's why it's, a lot more popular. Obviously, back to the same point on the legal thing, you're at least going to be safe there. You can push your car to the limit all you want, and you'll be, in good hands.
Also, too,
But-
on the legal side, you can get definite numbers and really prep your car
Yeah,
and have everything
definite
set
numbers.
and
Yeah. And then another thing, especially with street drag racing, that's the biggest thing I think we're going to touch on, because there's such a disparity. Because obviously, if you want to go on a track, the only thing you can do is really go on a track, right? But with drag racing, a straight road is a straight road, and here it's so easy to find.
right.
So why drive all this way to go to a drag strip and pay when I can just do it so easy on a road?
Yeah, I mean, like we're saying, we're over here struggling to find any roads that are mildly curvy.
Yeah, so the only thing we can do is really go to a track.
Right. This is the only option we have, really.
Yeah, and then even not for here. I mean, in countries, in different countries, different states, you can definitely it's so easy to just find a straight road.
Yeah.
Even if you're in Japan, which is known for its great curvy roads,
I'm
there's
sure
a
you'll
fucking
be able to
highway
find
out there.
at least one
Yeah,
straight
you
road.
can find a straight road. So that's the biggest proponent, I think. Fuck. To illegal drag racing, because it's just easy. If me and Chris were to go out right now, be like, hey, you want to run a quick dig, or you want to run a quick 60 roll, we can be out and back in 5 minutes.
Literally.
It's really not hard.
I mean, we've never done that before, obviously, but
Oh, of course, but
Yeah.
we would never do that.
I mean, I'm
We
still
would never do anything
undefeated,
illegal.
but
Yeah,
What?
but I would never do anything illegal. Suited racing is so illegal. We've never done anything illegally, actually.
right.
Just wanted to put that out there.
In suited
yeah.
racing.
Yeah. Suited racing is a full 100% legal
Su-
entity. So
Disclaimer: suited racing is 100% legal.
yeah, we're just saying the do's and don'ts of each, because obviously we can't stop you guys from doing the illegal stuff. So at least we want to tell you the do's and don'ts.
Right.
And then
Right.
if you look to the legal side, give you guys a bit of advice. Okay, I think we're done with the racing side. Let's go to the
The
car
meats?
meet side. Yeah, let's go with the boring meets, the boring legal ones. The any meet that is publicly posted, on your Facebook or on Instagram,
Like a Sunday
and stuff
morning,
like that.
a Saturday morning meet.
Yeah, on a Sunday morning, Saturday morning, and there's also some in the afternoon at night, but you can definitely tell between a legal event and an illegal event.
Oh yeah. If there's daylight, it's legal.
Yeah,
That's how you
Basically.
know.
if you're trying to go to a car meet and they have a definite time of when they're going to be there, like it says 5 to 7, then it's legal. Don't worry about it. But
Well, what about
If
those
it says-
7-Eleven meets we used to go to?
those are legal. Yeah,
Well,
7-Eleven guys are cool with that shit.
remember that one 7-Eleven meet we went to with those pseudo drifters?
That was a bad night.
And
Man took us to
we could have a little
giving us
story.
driving tips, but couldn't even break traction on his Audi, bro. I am done.
Yeah.
I will never be talked to again.
Yeah, so like long
It's the one
story
that came in
short,
break track.
we can just share the story. We got time.
We got this done. This is gonna be a 2 hour. It's a Christmas special. This is 2 hours. So you guys did
2 hours. We're at 30 minutes, buddy.
Yeah. We're gonna talk for another hour at least if we keep on telling stories.
Okay, so pretty much, it was a 7-Eleven meet, right? So it was from 7 to
Yeah.
11. So we got there, but because the guy we found the meet out about had this like little sneaky link where he
was willing.
he
Gonna
was
try
willing
to
to
do some
yeah, we
illegal
were gonna start
stuff,
like a drifting club basically, but you had to like
Not
specially
us.
sign
We
up
were
for
just
it.
gonna join. Yeah.
Yeah, right. We
had
were
to-
joining them. We weren't starting it,
Yeah.
and so.
Because we don't do illegal stuff over here.
No. Well, so like we were interested in like just talking with them and whatnot,
Yeah.
and so we like all like went over to like this one place, this one gas pump, you know, and then we all like got in our cars and drove off to another area, and this guy was like trying to teach us how to drift and whatnot, and it was just a
Yeah.
shit show.
It was a shit show because
It
he
was-
couldn't drift, bro.
Yeah, and this guy was supposed to be like teaching us, like telling us everything wrong we're doing.
Yeah.
He couldn't even.
And and me and Chris were the only ones that could actually break traction, and it was just like, wow.
Yeah. Nobody
Yeah.
else could even. Yeah, that was.
It was pretty harsh. Because one guy was, what, an E36 chassis or an E46 chassis? Was he in a BMW?
The guy with
And he couldn't
the
break traction
skeleton.
either. Yeah.
Yeah, the guy with the skeleton in his car. He was cool. I
He was
actually, I
cool,
actually
yeah,
liked that
yeah.
guy. The other guys,
Yeah, he was a cool
I wasn't
guy.
really a big fan of. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, no. And it wasn't even his car that he was drifting, bro.
Yeah, he was drifting his friend's
remember?
car. Yeah.
Yeah. And he couldn't break traction. I was like, dude, something's
Dude,
gonna
yeah,
happen.
his friend was like, "Yo, dude, like, let me slide it."
Yeah, and he let his friend slide it, which I would let my friends slide it, but like, that is a crazy.
I just
Like,
remember
in an
too though.
Audi.
There was that one other guy who like he gave his friend his car, and that one guy who like couldn't teach us was driving around his friend's car, and so the friend
Mhm.
like asked me, he's like, "Hey man, can I hop in your car?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't even know your name, but I don't want to sound like an asshole," so I just told him sure. It was just kind of like awkward
Yeah.
for the next couple of minutes when we were driving together,
Yeah.
and he was just like dissing me the whole time while I was driving. He was like, "I want to do that
Oh,
for
for
you
real?
like you're gonna like mess up your." I don't remember what it was. He told me I was like slamming my gears too hard. He's like, "Dude, you like mess up like your bushings or whatever." I was like, "Man, who is this guy?"
You drive an automatic Audi, bro.
I was like, "Bro, who are you to try and talk?"
Yeah, and before you guys talk shit like, oh, he has an Audi, you only have a Camaro and an 86. This was a base model, just Audi, bro. Like,
Yeah,
base of the
they
base.
were kind of
This was
talking
like,
smack to us.
like the A3 or some shit. It was
That-
not nice. And they had the plastic dipped rims, I think, because it was all black.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not a factory option, my boy. You done been caught.
Yeah, they were
Um,
kind of trying to like make fun of us, and even though we were the only ones that could even break traction.
Yeah. You can definitely dust me in a straight line, but I'm just saying, if you're trying to drift that thing, damn, you're gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, I don't know what we were really expecting from that.
Mm-hmm.
Because even so, he's like, "No,
Yeah.
like I know a spot where we can go drift and like slide." he
Took us to the back of a school. I was like,
He took us to
yo.
a school parking lot, and I was like, "Bro, what
I
are
was
we
like,
doing
okay,
here?"
bro. Sketchiest ever. So, anyways,
That was before suited racing.
that was before Super Racing.
We're
so,
much
yeah.
better now.
Yeah,
Those were dark
reformed.
times.
Yeah. Just anything, just if we could find anything to do car related,
That's
legal,
what we were
illegal,
doing.
we were down. We were doing. Because we just couldn't get anything else to do, man.
Yeah, and then after that experience, we kind of stopped going to stuff.
Yeah.
After that, we started
but-
suited racing. It was like, bro, we gotta get our own thing going on because this is not
Well, yeah,
working out.
Yeah. So, yeah, back to the legal meets. The most popular one, if you guys have one in your local city, is definitely, a cars and coffee meet. That's a great way, if you are getting into cars, it's a great way to
Right,
get your foot in the door. See a variety of cars. Some cars and coffees are hit and misses. Like, if you see your cars and coffee is having, like, a Lamborghini day, don't go. You're just going to see the same 3 cars all over again. Um, but just go to any random Cars and Coffee, and it's a great way. Definitely advise you guys, even if you guys are already in the cars, but if you guys are especially trying to get into it, Cars and Coffee is the best way to start.
Another great way to get started for legal car meets is a car show.
hmm Yeah, a car show. So definitely you can do that. These have more flexibility because you can go like afternoon or night. So, but and there's a different variety of car shows. You can obviously go to if you're in Las Vegas. They always have that SEMA show every year, or if you're in Japan, Tokyo Auto Show. So those like big car shows. If you guys are able to attend those, which doesn't obviously happen as often. Like
Right.
SEMA's only once a year, and you have to fly to this place and spend money on tickets and stuff. But that is a good way to see car shows if you're really trying to see higher quality cars, because Cars and Coffee anyone can just pull up. So
Yeah, we've done
if you
that
go to a
before.
car, yeah. So anyone can pull up. So if you want to go and see some actual like higher quality cars that fit your liking, definitely recommend going to those because you'll see a higher quality of build, higher quality of cars. But if you just want to get your foot in the door and not have to pay anything, Cars and Coffee is a great way to just talk to people, meet people, and just see a huge variety of cars, anything from American all the way to Japanese.
True.
So, yeah.
I mean, I didn't think
Obviously,
it was too bad when we went to the Houston Auto Show.
I didn't think it was too bad either. Yeah, that's a good one. Houston Auto Show is all the car makers get together and they have this car show in Houston, and some modified cars are there, but it's mainly showing off like the new cars for 2023 and stuff like that, or 2022. Houston Auto Show, if you live in Houston, is cool if you want to see like newish.
So yeah, the new
cars.
upcoming cars.
Yeah, I mean they're not gonna have anything crazy. Like they're not gonna unveil like the new next gen Mustang or anything like that. There, it's kind of cars that you already know are coming out
Right.
or are already out. But
That you
they're
can just see
brand
them in
new.
person.
All show. Yeah, they all show up at the Houston Auto Show. You can like open the doors and sit in them, so it's really cool. Especially if you're car shopping, it's actually really helpful.
Yeah.
Because you can see.
Yeah, everything all in
sometimes
one
the hype
place.
Yeah, because Houston Auto Show is mainly just cars that they already are released, but they're just brand new. So, like, for this year, they had all the 2022 models. So if you're looking for a new car and you live in Houston, go to the Houston Auto Show. It's a good way to get up and close and personal to the cars that you're interested in all in one place. So you have all the different brands under just one building. But they don't have any exotics there, right? Like, they don't have, like, Ferraris or anything
There was a
there.
Porsche,
Yeah,
but that was kind of it.
yeah. So, yeah, Houston Auto Show is cool. They don't have anything crazy. Like, if Houston Auto Show was to happen right now, they wouldn't have, like, a GT3 RS out there.
No.
So,
No.
yeah,
there
so
was-
kind of tame.
There was a
stuff.
Miata.
That ruined the show. No.
Well, it was funny.
yeah,
It was
so-
funny when a friend got in the Miata and installed it.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely legal side of car shows. A huge do. Just in general, just do it. It's nice.
There's literally no
I went to the
downside to
seventh
it.
day. Yeah, literally no downside. Obviously you might spend some money on gas getting there, but it's good. It's not illegal. It's completely legal.
Yeah,
What you
like
shouldn't
take your
do-
girlfriend there or something.
Yeah, take your hose out there. Whatever.
I actually took a
Um,
girl to a date once on a car date.
Oh, that's cool.
It was,
How did that go?
I mean, it went pretty good. It went pretty well. It was a Cars and Coffee I
W.
took her to. That was our first date.
W mans. What you shouldn't do at a car show is be disrespectful.
That
these are
I think that's for
legal
like
rules.
everything.
Yeah, and they have, well, the thing is like, yeah, everything has rules, but with car meets, it's so easy to break those rules, right? If you break a rule at a track, like you're getting kicked out,
Yeah.
But if you do something at a car show, like, there's no real consequences unless you
Yeah.
get caught by a cop.
A lot of times
That's,
there's no like official security.
Yeah, so, if they say no burnouts, no revving, or, no speeding, be respectful for that because, you know, you can be that cool guy, that does a rolling burnout when leaving the show,
Right,
but
like you're not that
really,
guy. You're not that guy.
yeah, you're not that guy. I mean, you might get
You're
a
not as
few
cool
cheers,
as you
but
think you are.
yeah, and
Let's
the
be
thing is,
honest.
it's like,
You are not that guy.
really, that's the problem. So, like, example, Cars and Coffee right now in Houston is being held at Post, but there's so many destinations before that. They used to do it at the Memorial City Mall, and then people just kept on doing burnouts, revving, and stuff like that. And obviously, in the surrounding area, they got complaints, and so they got one more chance to do it at Memorial City Mall, but on the opposite end of the mall, and that cut the attendance by half because the other half of people couldn't fit in.
Right.
And people kept on doing it, and the next thing you know, we're kicked out of Memorial City Mall, and then people have to go to Post, which is in downtown, which is a great place. It's actually a brand new thing, but the parking lot isn't big, so you can't really see a variety of cars. So even if you do look cool, you're ruining it for a lot of people. So even if you don't get in trouble, if you don't get yelled at or talked to, don't do it because it's a headache for all the organizers. Getting a bad name when they're just trying to throw, this legal event for people to just chill and enjoy it.
Right.
So, and now we get to the illegal car meets, which is very fun. Honestly,
takeovers.
We'll talk about takeovers first. So
You've got more experience here than I do, probably.
I've been to a couple of takeovers. First time I went to a takeover was during the Texas 2K event. I don't remember. I think it was like 18.
What was the
or
one?
17?
Didn't we go to one? And we had to go to
Did we go to
5
one?
different spots because they just kept getting raided.
Did I go with you?
Well, I know we went to one.
We went to a takeover, but on the Texas 2K one. I don't think.
Now, remember the one where there was the truck with the front end delete? It was so weird.
I think I remember which takeover event we went to. Was it the one where like the Miatas were parked under that semi truck?
Oh, I don't remember that.
Oh, okay. I think we have.
No, it was
But
the one
anyway,
for like the first 10 minutes. There was just like some like dumb little. Well, I don't even remember what kind of car it was, but it was like trying to do a burnout, and it was just like struggling. It was like the slowest burnout I've ever seen in my life.
that's the results you get at takeovers and illegal car meets.
It was the worst burnout I've ever seen.
I've done better on the rodeo.
It wasn't even a one-wheel peel. It was like I could like crank the wheel by hand faster.
Damn.
It was so bad.
R.I.P. Diff. Anyways, but yeah, so legal car meets are car meets where they're kind of like Cars and Coffee in the sense where it's in the parking lot, but the real difference is that the organizers of said car meet didn't have actual permission to be using whatever supermarket they're in front of, or movie theater or mall or what have you. So that's
Gym.
a big difference. Is that gym is that they don't really have permission to actually be using that space for a car meet. So even though let's say it is a chill car meet, there's 20 of you guys there, 50, whatever, and you guys are completely doing nothing at all. Most likely the cops are still going to ask you guys to leave just due to the fact that you guys don't have permission
Just
to
for
have a gathering
soliciting.
there. Yeah.
Trespassing. They'll drop you with something.
Maybe not trespassing. I feel like, well, the thing is like if it's a car event like that where everyone is chill but they don't have permission, most of the time they're just going to kick you out, really.
Yeah, most of the time, whenever you see the cops show up, they'll flash the lights and everyone just hops in and dips.
Yeah.
People don't stick around.
And most of the time with these car meets that happen at night, what people will do is, since it's not a real organized event, there is a lack of
Authority.
uniformity. And yeah, and authority. So you'll see people revving, doing burnouts, doing donuts, until the cops show up.
Yeah.
Sorry. So, damn.
You good?
Yeah, just me. I don't know if you heard that,
No, I did.
but yeah. So again, don't be that guy who ruins the meet. Um, but yeah, takeovers is like the next step up. It's where you guys will meet up somewhere, and usually at night. But some cities are ballsy as hell and doing them just in the middle of the day,
Gosh.
which is insane.
Galveston.
But yeah, so meetups are like car meets that I explained where, car meets happen, the car meets that happen at night, people will start doing burnouts, donuts and stuff, but a takeover is kind of like a nightly car meet, but it's already intended for people to start doing donuts and burnouts and just start doing random shit. So basically you guys meet up at a place at like 10 o'clock, and then, within 20, 30 minutes, your whole group is already gone to go to this different spot and just start doing donuts until the cops come and then kick you guys out. So
That's pretty much sums up what a takeover is. Takeover spot for
Yeah,
10 minutes
so-
and then leave.
yeah. Take over the spot, do donuts there, cops show up, you guys all leave, go to the next spot, and just rinse and repeat until, everyone's tired.
Yeah, until it's
So-
4 a.m. and you decided to call it a night.
I'm not gonna lie. They're fun, 100%. I'm gonna get a lot of flack for that. But they're cool as hell. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just gonna go on a tangent here. They are fun as hell. If you want some chaos for a night, for like,
That's
You
one
know,
way to call it.
yeah, instead of going clubbing, just go to a takeover, and you'll still be home by like 3, 4 o'clock. So
You can still go to the Waffle House after.
yeah, you can still go to a Waffle House after. So, it's pretty fun. But again, it does ruin the car scene, obviously. Yada, yada, yada. It doesn't make car people look good. That is 100% true. Do I recommend you guys go to one? No.
No,
Wink,
wink,
wink.
wink. Yeah,
Yeah,
we were
yeah,
thinking
yeah.
the same thing.
But, again, I can't stop you guys, so if you guys want to try it out, then you guys just try it out.
Yeah, I mean, this is the reason why the politicians and people just hate on it.
Yeah, 100%.
Because if you
So-
look something up, you're just gonna find the extreme, which is gonna be a takeover.
Yeah. So definitely hurts the name of the card community. Don't do it. So I think that's the card community aside racing, car meetups. Is there anything else people in the card community do that can be divided between illegal and illegal side?
You could say modifications.
Man, all our shit's illegal, bro.
I guess so. Yeah, in Cali at least.
Yeah.
Like, what's like a legal modification? Wheels, tires.
I would try to talk about that, but I don't know anything about like other state laws and stuff and what the actual process is.
A lot of it too. Yeah, there's just so many different
Yeah,
county
like in
laws.
California, people get like state refed in California, which sucks.
Yeah,
Doesn't happen much here, if not at all. I've never heard of one person from Texas saying I got state refed.
I mean,
So
yeah, I don't think my exhaust would pass in Cali.
your exhaust wouldn't even pass here. But
Oh man.
yeah, but next, well, I guess we could talk about the do's and don'ts of modifications. I wouldn't really categorize it between illegal and illegal. I mean, we'll obviously tell them what's legal and what's illegal, but
Yeah.
So we'll switch off here. So what's a do for you, for sure,
A
when it comes
do.
to car modification?
I feel like the most basic option people would say is like good set of tires, but I'm gonna try and stray away from that because that's not like a good modification we're looking for.
I mean, we'll talk about it. You can talk about it if you want. That's a great modification.
Yeah, I'm thinking something more like hardware related, not like as dispensable.
Well, while you're thinking about that, I'll expand on the tires part. So just think about it. I'll explain. So yeah, wheels and tires is a great way to modify your car, both performance and looks wise. So obviously for the looks wise, a lot of cars don't come with really good looking stock wheels. So
what? What do you mean?
Bro, come on.
I mean, your car has great wheels.
I don't think the 8.6 stock wheels are fucking... They look hideous to me.
I was just decorating.
I'm
just hyping you up.
Nah, you stupid as hell. Reminds me of a Prius every time I look at those. I don't even look at my wheels when I look at my car. Do you know that? Like when I look back at my car, because I still like my car, even though it's like mostly stock. I still look back at it because I'm like, wow, I can't believe I have that.
I loved my wheels when I got them, and like I still do like them a lot. But I kind of want new wheels. I'm not like as in love with them as when I first got them.
Well, that's the thing with cars. It's constantly changing. There's always something that's going to change taste-wise or...
True.
So you should put some Weld racing wheels with like the thickest slicks you can put on them. And just daily drive it like that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. I'll be honest.
Yeah. You won't be able to drive in the rain, but you'll be fine.
It's literally going to snow here on Monday.
That's cool. You should still put the slicks on, though. But yeah, so wheels and tires is a great benefit for anybody, really. Even if you're, just going for looks, it's a great way to modify your car. Obviously, you can be cheap or expensive about it. You can get some cheap rep wheels.
Yeah, you can get Plasti Dip.
Or Plasti Dip, I guess.
That's the cheapest way you could probably go.
Yeah, but that's not really getting new wheels and tires, though. But yeah, you can definitely get some like rep wheels if you want to, and you're definitely going to get some flack for that. But not everybody has, deep pockets to spend.
Not everybody
$4
can
or $5,000.
Drop some HREs.
Yeah, not everybody has HRE money. Or
I would love that though, to get some HREs on my car.
Yeah, HREs are dope.
The thing is though, I kind of want to get an Evo sometime soon though.
I want an Evo, but straight away I said I wanted the 9. I want the 5 or the 6 now.
I still want a final edition.
Because
I really need something with all-wheel drive. Because right now,
for me,
where my life is looking at, I'm probably gonna end up relocating to an area that snows a lot.
Yeah.
And so I would need all-wheel drive versus what I currently have in my Camaro.
Yeah, and I love the Evo 10 and the 9 and the 8, and that's all I really liked. But then I started watching Initial D, and I saw these,
Team
Mitsubishi Evo 1s all the way to these 6s.
Bro, I love them.
And it's like, dude, how come like no one's talking? Because every time you go on YouTube, I guess it's we're American,
right,
and stuff.
It's always the 10 or like the 8 and 9.
Yeah, because that's what we have here. We don't have a lot of 1s, 2s, 3s, and 4s.
Yeah.
And the 5, I think becomes legal next year because.
Does it?
1998. Yeah, 1998. And I don't know when they made the Evo 6. I think it's 1999. So that'll be available 2024.
I'm just so torn between either getting the Evo because like I actually need something more practical, or just between getting the FC.
I think you should get the Evo first. But yeah, like I love the look. I think I like the look of the Evo 5 and 6 especially.
Oh yeah.
Is because I think they look the meanest. Like they don't look as mean as like a 10 or a 9 or an 8. or even a 7. The 7 was kind of awkward though.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the 7, 8, and 9 the way they look. If I'm being honest.
The 9 is the best because the 8 had like this triangle where the emblem would go,
Okay.
and that kind of ruined it. And then they removed it in the 9, and then I think it's other visual changes. But the 9 looks like far better.
I really
than the
like
8.
the 10.
And the 10 is good too.
Because for me, there's
Yeah.
like 4 solid like Evo like distinct generations. It's like the 1, 2,
Yeah.
and 3, 4, 5,
Uh-huh.
and 6, 7, 8, and 9, and then the 10.
Yeah.
Because like the
Yeah.
1, 2, and 3, you can kind of clump them all together if you like
Yeah.
really squinted. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, they're kind of the same, yeah. I mean, they're basically they are the same car.
Yeah, just like with some like few differences. And like I feel like 7, 8,
Yeah.
and 9, you could if you squint, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or so there's like 4
So-
distinct classes of Evos
Yeah, I think so.
that really look different from one another. Because if not, you could
Yeah, 'cause
easily
the 10
you could
is
easily
on its
confuse
own.
a 5 with a 6.
Yeah, because the 10 is on its own. The 7, 8,
Oh,
and
yeah.
9 are 3. The 5, the 6 and the 5, I think, is another. And the 1, 2, 3, and 4. Because the 4
Okay.
doesn't really look too similar to the 5.
My bad, yeah. But like, yeah.
But the 5 and 6 are identical.
I mean, even sometimes whenever I go to look up different Evo generations, I'll see like a 4.5 or like a bunch of half models.
Yeah.
That just
So,
makes
like,
it
the
so
Evo
much more
6
confusing to keep up.
The Evo 6 has a half model. Because one of the trim models was the Tommy Mackinnon edition, or TME for short.
Yeah.
And that trim model is designated the 6.5.
Huh.
Were all the other ones. So it doesn't matter like what year of 1998 it was built. It just matters if you have the TME or not. So if you're not a TME, then you're like 6. And then if you have a TME, then it's like a 6.5. I think. I don't know. I just started getting to Evos. But
Yeah,
like
the
during
7, 8,
initial
and 9,
D-
I'm just not a huge fan of. It's probably a hot take in America since it's half of the Evos here.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the 7 didn't like it. 8's alright. 9 is cool. But it wasn't until I watched Initial D and then
Oh my god.
and then Adam LZ got his Evo 5.
Did he?
And Adam LZ has an Evo 5.
Okay.
And he has an Evo 6.5.
Huh. Is that legal?
Well, it's a track car, so he doesn't take it anywhere.
Okay.
But yeah, then the Evo's a road car. So, but I don't really watch him. I just know he has an Evo 5, and I watched that video, and his Evo 5 fucking is crazy. But the reason why I like the 6 and 5, especially the 5, I like the 6 too, just because it looks the same. But the thing I love about the 5 is those 2 huge fog lamps
Oh my gosh.
on the bumper. Like, it looks so
It's so
sporty.
sick.
rally.
I know.
And the Evo 6.5, they kind of lost them. They
It
put them to the
screams rally
side.
car.
Yeah, and then the Evo 6 put them to the side, which was cool, but they weren't as big as the one on the 5.
Yeah.
And the 5 just looks so... It's a perfect blend of like a street car mixed with like a rally car. It truly looks like a homologated rally car. Whereas
I
I
know.
think the 9 and the 10, they'll look great for street cars. You don't really see
you
much
would not
of
see the 10 as a rally.
You don't see the rally part of it, other than the fact that, you know, the rims look rally-ish.
Would you say
And
10 or X?
It's on a... I say 10.
Because like if you're going like off iPhones, it's like I got the iPhone X. I don't have the iPhone 10.
Yeah, no. I don't think that apply to Evos. Evo's a different breed.
I mean, I feel like because if someone told you like, "Oh, I have an Evo X," you would know what they mean though.
Yeah, you know, 10. But
Imagine if someone's like,
I've
"Oh,
never heard
I have an Evo V." It's like, what? A 5?
Yeah. Stupid ass, get your fucking shit out of here.
Someone's dropping Roman numerals. I've got the Evo V111. Like, what?
Like,
Who is this guy?
Get out of the meat, actually.
You need to leave.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the Evo 6 and the 5 are my 2 favorite ones right now. Those are the Evos I would get personally. Like, if you gave me cash to buy an Evo, it would be one of
You
those.
gotta go to Japan.
I'm gonna wait for them to be legal here, bro.
You're just gonna
I'm
import
not
one?
going to. Yeah.
Why don't we just go to Japan and then pick one out and then import it when we're there?
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Go there like a week before, like example, the Evo 6 is legal 2024. You want to go there like the last week of December 2023, and then buy them, enjoy them for a week in Japan, and then ship them off
That would be crazy to spend New Year's in Japan, though.
at January 1st,
That would be crazy to spend
12/01,
New Year's
2024
in January.
Yeah, that would be crazy. And
I
yeah,
know you've seen
Japan.
plenty of anime where they have like the New Year's special, the fireworks.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But yeah, a little bit off topic again. Wheels. Oh my god, we get off topic so easily, bro. I feel
Yeah,
like
we're
our
already an
next
hour
podcast
deep. We can
just-
probably call it a night.
Yeah.
We could probably wrap
Damn.
this episode up. Any
Yeah, we're
closing
gonna do-
remarks?
Part 2. We're gonna do part 2 because we fumbled this one. I feel like, but we're still gonna post it because we recorded it. And
This one was a little
We're
all
gonna
over the
be-
place.
yeah, we're gonna be real with y'all. We didn't do much of do's and don'ts, but we got you the next one. And then after that, I think it's
I
just
think it
gonna
was
be,
all right. You know.
Yeah. But next one, we're just gonna go on a ramble. I feel like next one should be that. So if
It'll
we
probably
get
end
off
up the same
topic,
as this one, but you know, if we.
well, a ramble's just a ramble. You just talk. So, you know, even if you get off topic, it's okay.
All right.
Yeah. But all right, that's my final remarks. We'll finish the do's and don'ts.
Nothing else from
Part two.
Casey for this episode.
Don't buy GT86. Buy
Why not?
Bruh, that the engine sucks.
Not even the new one.
Don't even buy the new one. Just buy the GR Corolla.
Is it the same engine?
The Corolla is an inline 3.
No. Like the new 8.6 versus the old one. It's
Oh
different.
no,
right?
it's a flat 4 stroked up to 2.2.
And what's yours? 2?
Yeah, just 2.
Okay, so like what?
Yeah.
A couple horses here and there.
I'm making 205 to the crank according to Toyota. They make I think 230 or 220 or something.
Okay. Do you know if Ethan still has his?
Ethan still has his, yeah. And he has the Datsun.
Is it a 180 or 240?
240.
Okay. I always.
Oh wait, not 240. 240Z.
Yeah. That's.
Yeah, okay.
You thought I meant a 240SX?
Yeah, he's not that cool.
No.
I'm surprised he was cool enough to be allowed to buy a Datsun.
Yeah, for real. What's the one
Yeah.
from Wangam Midnight? Is it a 240?
Yeah, that one's a 240, yeah.
Okay.
That's a 240.
I
It looks
sometimes
different
get
'cause
them
they have
mixed
the-
up, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Oh, like
but
the
his
older
looks different.
Z's, like 280 and beyond.
Yeah, because the one on... Did we end the live stream?
No, it's still going.
Oh, okay, fuck it. We'll keep talking. But yeah, the one in One Gun Midnight looks wildly different because number one, Ethan's missing his rear bumper.
Oh my god.
By the way, we need to bleep out the name. By the way,
Ethan?
yeah.
Well, I mean, no one's gonna know who he is.
I guess.
All right, let's just
Whatever.
go ahead and cut it. Let's go.
Let's cut it. We'll talk about
let's
this
just call
after.
it. Let's just call it.
Yeah. Good night, guys. This is a private conversation.
Yeah. Thank you for listening in to the Studio Racing podcast. We appreciate you listening this far. We know it's been a little bit of a wild ride this episode.
I'm about to go to Pennington City.
All right.
Shout out to Fulcrum.
Thanks for tuning in. Well, we hope to see you again next time. Thank you.
Bye.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, but yeah. So Ethan's car is obviously green.